The Point. 98.7 CKPM FM.
98.7 The Point, that is Feel It Still. Portugal, the Man, that's fairly new music. It's 8:10, good morning. It's going to be a beautiful day out there. Take your sunglasses with you. It's the Sun Cubed. Sunglasses, sunshine, and suntan screen, okay? So get that out there. You're going to be good today. Highs to about mid-20s or so. Traffic, nothing major out there. It's going to be a decent Monday on your traveling to work, and it's Bike to Work Week, too. Eric Collins is here from the City of Coquitlam Tourism Department. He rode his bicycle in, and he actually doubled David Mann. He's the Performing Arts Manager at Evergreen Cultural Centre. I saw the selfies you guys took. That was pretty cool. It was kind of like the E.T. bicycle ride.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone we were taking pictures while riding, you know.
Yes, that's right. You can't. No, that's distracted riding. That's different than distracted.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. I'll get in trouble. I work next to the RCMP, so they might come over.
You're already on their radar. We know this.
I know, yeah.
So it's Tourism Week.
Tourism Week this week started yesterday, runs through till Friday, and the City of Coquitlam is definitely going to take advantage of it. So Tourism Week is an initiative led by the Tourism Industry Association of Canada and the Tourism Industry Association of BC and Destination BC to promote tourism locally, to talk about not only people get out there to see and do, but what impact it has locally, provincially, on the economy, jobs and businesses. And a lot of people may not directly see tourism, particularly in a municipality of Coquitlam. Tourism where? You only have to look in the next month, 2 months, this past weekend, the impact that having people from within our community or outside our community enjoying things locally. You know, they get out and get about, and whether it's a free event or they spend some money, that's all part of the visitor economy.
Well, you're absolutely right, because they had the food truck festival, which is almost at the end of the Evergreen line, and it's phenomenal. It was jam-packed there Saturday.
I went down on Saturday afternoon, and it was jam-packed. I could see people coming off the SkyTrain, walking across Pine Tree, down to the food truck festival, buying something at the food truck festival, then wandering down to Glen to see what shops are open there. As you know, at the end of the train, there's also our friends at the Evergreen Cultural Centre. So, you know, people may not, you know, if they live in the community, they know, you know, where things are. But if they're coming in from Burnaby or New West or Surrey, getting off to go to the food truck festival, oh, Evergreen Cultural Centre, that's kind of cool. And Lafarge Lake, and that's where Biff Naked's going to play, or the Beer Fest. It just gets people milling about our city, so it's a great week to celebrate tourism.
Yeah, and it's going to be busy this summer too. You touched on that earlier. Maybe it was off air, but June we've got the Highland Games, we've got the Relay for Life coming up. We've also got the Harry Jerome Classic. Is that June or July?
So that's the end of June. So you look at June. So kind of Tourism Week coincides with the kickoff to our summer season, or it's a summer season in BC and across Canada. And you look at this last weekend, there was the Como Lake Fishing Derby, where I heard your son was a star.
He caught a sock.
Yeah, he caught a sock. Who gets to do that? So he's a celebrity. We had the Food Truck Festival. We had a concert in the park from School District 43 students. And then we start to roll into June. And there's a long list of events going on. There's Daisy Day, June 10th. Fantastic community event. Again, it's free. The Farmers Market obviously runs every Sunday. This is bringing people in. One really cool one that's kind of the more of a niche event, but brings out a lot of people, is the Fraser Pacific Rose Floral Show, and it's an art show. And this garden show is massive. People are the Rose Garden at Poirier is recognized as one of the, if not the best in BC. I was reading an article on the weekend in BC Home and Garden or something like that, and Steve Weissel, former Sun columnist, says of the 3 big rose gardens in BC, this is the number one for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because communities in bloom, this is big stuff. We're competing with Brussels, with Fort Mac, and someplace down in like Georgia.
You know, and that's the diversity of our community. We have these incredible gardens, an incredible cultural scene, an incredible sports scene. So, you know, whatever people are into, or even if you're not, there's so many events. I mean, we get into the teddy bear picnic and family concert. So for kids and young families, that's always a fun one with the parade. The BC Highland Games and Scottish Festival, what a fantastic event. We're going to have talk more about that. Hockey Night in Canada Play On, one of the biggest street hockey festivals in Canada, is coming to Coquitlam Centre the weekend of the 17th and 18th. Lafarge Lake has a fishing derby, St. John Baptiste Day. And then June 28th, this is a big one. I was out with the organizers at Percy Perry Stadium in the Harry Jerome Track Classic. Andre DeGrasse, Melissa Bishop, the 800-meter record holder, Damian Warner, won a bronze medal. We're getting Olympic medalists in our city, and they want to come to our track because it's one of the best in the business.
Yeah, we need Usain Bolt here, too, so him and Andre DeGrasse can go head-to-head again. Yeah. That would be fantastic. That is Eric Collins, the tourism manager for the city of Coquitlam. David Mann is here. He's the performing arts manager of the Evergreen Cultural Centre. We're going to come back and talk to David and find out how you get to be a performing arts manager. There's got to be some schooling to go along with this. Be back after this.
You're traveling through another dimension.
The Conspiracy 98.7 CKPM FM.
It's 8:16. It's going to be a beautiful day out there. Another great day on Canada's west coast. Highs to the mid-20s or so, and sunshine, lots of sunshine. So David Mann is here. David Mann is the performing arts manager for the Evergreen Cultural Centre, a really great soft-seater that is right at the end of the Evergreen line. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
How do you get to be a performing arts manager? Do you go to school for this?
Not exactly. It was kind of a sideways move, kind of one of those career curves. I started out as a professional actor. Moved into directing, became artistic director of 3 different professional theater companies. And then when I moved down to the Lower Mainland and I was looking around for something new to do, this job came up and I applied for it and they were foolish enough to give it to me. But my background is not just in theater, it's also in music.
And what instruments do you play? I figured you as a guitar player or a keyboardist.
Actually, my main thing was saxophone and clarinet, but I also do play a little guitar and piano.
Oh, yeah. Cool. That's really neat. Now, for your acting career, what was your favorite? Was it like Shakespeare tragedies or? I
did the full gamut. I did Second City Comedy Review to Shakespeare and everything in between. But a lot of what I did was new Canadian work. And so I was involved in the development and production of new plays.
So that's probably why we get such a diverse, very cool array of stuff that comes to the Evergreen Cultural Centre.
Yeah, we now do, like, our biggest program is our theater series. Like, we have 10 shows every year. 6 of them in our main theater series, which includes the Arts Club on Tour shows and 3 other shows. And our indie theater series, which is more like fringy kind of shows, like people who've written their own shows and performed them, that kind of thing. It's definitely the biggest seller of all the programming that we do.
Nice. And you guys, I think about, 260, 270 seats?
It's flexible. We can do 215, which we do for most concerts and a lot of the more intimate theater pieces, up to 257. Yeah.
Nice. And it's just a really nice soft seater right at the end of the Evergreen line. So whether you're coming from Vancouver, from Surrey, wherever it is, you can get down there and not worry about $20 an hour parking or anything. And your ticket prices are fairly reasonable, too.
Ticket prices are definitely comparable, definitely affordable when you compare to what you're going to pay downtown in Vancouver to see an Arts Club show or a similar smaller theater company show even. And like you say, it's free parking in the evenings and on the weekends when we have shows. And it's easy to get to, especially now.
Yeah, and you guys, not just like live theater, live music. You had Danny Michael in there last year and a bunch of other great artists in there as well.
We try and really mix it up. We have a musical morning series, which is mostly classical music. We have a music series that's usually about 11 or 12 concerts, and it runs the gamut from world to folk to jazz to just about everything. We have a family series, which starting last year is pay what you can, so you can bring your kids, pay what you can afford, and see a great show by Axis Theatre or some other children's theatre group. We also have what we call our variety series, which includes comedy nights. We've had the Comics Trippers about 10 times now, and it sells out every single time. It also includes dance and magic shows, things like that. So we try and cover the bases as much as we possibly can as the primary presenter of live theater and other kinds of entertainment in the city.
Excellent. And what are some of the shows you got coming up the next little bit so people can get tickets to and go see?
Yeah, well, we just finished the last show in our theater series, and we've already been selling subscriptions to next year's series, so we've got some great shows coming up in the fall with that. But before that, our summer programming kicks off with a little, we're calling it kind of a kickoff to Canada Day, in that on June 29th, we have Monster Theatre's production of the Canada Show, which is basically the 15,000 years of Canadian history in 1 hour.
So you start with a rock and end up with 35 million people.
Pretty much, yeah. That's about it. And it's a really funny show. They actually ran it almost continuously for 10 years, and then kind of put it away for a few years. And then this year, being Canada's 150th, they decided to bring it out, update it. So they've got characters like Justin Bieber and things like that. All kinds. It's a very funny show, and it's for all ages, basically 8 and up. And then our main summer program kicks off July 8th. We have 3 Saturdays of Music on the Grill, which is our summer series. It's been going. It's now in its 9th season, so we're heading for a 10th next year. And we have 3 concerts featuring such great groups as the Bills and Big Little Lions and Tiller's Folly. But basically, it's an evening of nonstop music.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And Tiller's Folly is kind of a Celtic flavored band, phenomenal band. I love them.
They're amazing.
Yeah. Now, if I want to get to the Evergreen Cultural Centre, how do I do that?
If you want to get there, it's right at the corner of Pine Tree and Guildford. So there is parking there. There's it's easy access by road, but with the SkyTrain station right on our doorstep. That means that if you live in Richmond, you can get on the SkyTrain and get out to Evergreen easily and quickly.
Excellent. And what's the website?
Website is www.evergreenculturalcentre, center spelled RE.ca.
Yes, we are Canadians. We spell things differently here.
Yes.
Now, you talked about the Bills and Mildly Mild. They're coming there July 8th for a show. We've got tickets that have been donated by you. City of Coquitlam's got other prizes here, $50 gift certificate for Zone Bowling, gift certificate for a 14-inch pizza from La Ruota Pizza area. It's like it's pizza. My mouth is full of pizza. How can I say it? Eric, tell us about those.
Well, this is great. We have, our community partners, our businesses in the city always step up, such as the Evergreen Cultural Centre, to give us some tickets. And this is to celebrate Tourism Week. So we're doing a bit of prizing this week with Tourism Week. With our partners here at the Point. So we have tickets to the Bills and Mildly Wild. Those are $70 value. We have a $50 gift certificate to Zone Bowling. Great place to go down in the other end of Coquitlam, down south there. And this new pizza place that opened on the High is fantastic. I walked in there and I met the owner. And it's a brick oven, Italian-style pizzeria.
Napoleone or whatever it is.
Yes,
I walked right by.
I didn't want to say that. I think I've seen you walk by there when I've been in there. Hey, that's Rod.
Yeah, I know. It's like my nose is pressed against the window. It's like, but it's just fantastic
it's
smelling.
Really good. Like, I have some Italian friends, and they said, actually, Eric, that's really good pizza. And I love seeing these new businesses popping up in the area. So, you think about you come to the Evergreen Cultural Centre for a show. If it's not Music on the Grill, head down to the city center, grab a bite to eat, grab something at Snowy Village, a dessert, some pizza, walk back up. We're starting to get that ability to make an afternoon of it before you go to your show,
Well, even an evening, because there's licensed premise, so you go for a couple glasses of wine and some food or pizza or whatever it is, and just fantastic in there. And it's really becoming a destination.
I agree. It really is. So, every time I go for a walk on my break at work, and I see a new business, I walk in there and ask them, and they go, "You know what? This was just. It made sense for us. The SkyTrain. There's towers going up. There's lots of people, and you want something for people to do, residents to do. And there's a lot of young people who've moved from downtown, and that's why you're seeing these different businesses start to open, and the programming at the Evergreen Cultural Centre start to change and adapt to, hey, these are people who are used to living downtown. They've decided to move to Coquitlam, Port Moody, Port Coquitlam, and go, this is like living downtown, but I have a house or a condo and big parks. And
you don't have to worry about somebody breaking into your vehicle 24 hours a day. It's kind of nice.
We're lucky out here.
Yeah, we are.
Really are.
Eric Collins, City of Coquitlam Tourism Manager, David Mann, what's your official title? Like, I want to say artistic director for the Evergreen,
but performing arts manager.
Performing arts manager for the Evergreen Cultural Centre. The City of Coquitlam's website, Eric.
Coquitlam.ca.
Excellent. And David said this band is going to be at the Evergreen Cultural Centre coming up. When's Tiller's Folly going to be there?
August 19th.
August 19th. Great, great, great night. And here's Tiller's Folly. Water at the Bar, 98.7 The Point.